there is new hope. The Buck Showalter era begins in Oseland. It's the Orioles on Masson, and it is a new day here at Camden Yards. And for the first time this season, the Angels are going to be the opponent against the Orioles, a club that has given them fits over the last 6 seasons. Is it an irony of some sort? In 1492 on this date, Columbus set sail from Spain. Buck Showalter set sail as the Orioles manager. We wish him well. Let's take a look at what has transpired in this Orioles season. 17th manager named today, the first game. The record under Dave Tremblay and the record under Juan Samuel, the interim manager. There were trades. Miguel Tejada, the veteran, is gone. The pitcher, Will Oman, is gone. Trying to put some depth to a staff. Those are the 2 pickups as far as pitchers are concerned. That's what has transpired after the All-Star break. Jim Palmer, here we go.
Here we go, and it's funny, you can't think, I've been here so long, there's a whole generation of people that have never seen the Orioles actually be winning ball club. No MVPs, no guys that look like they're going to the Hall of Fame. So now you get a manager, and it's going to be baby steps, that's going to try to introduce a lot of young players here how to win, how to actually come to the ballpark, prepare, and be ready to go out there and compete against the toughest division in baseball. And Buck said it so well yesterday. You don't get handicapped. So, I think what's going to happen, he's going to give them an opportunity, Gary, to get better, and that's all you can ask for if you're looking at a new manager. And
all you can ask for, Jeremy Guthrie, is that he continue to do what he has done in the last few starts.
Well, you get a new manager, but it still comes down, how are you going to beat the Angels? And you could not have a better guy going to the mound for you. His last 4 starts have all been magnificent. The last 3, 1.31 ERA. So what do you want to do if you're playing for Buck Showalter? You want to get him some run support, something they don't do very often. You want to hit the cutoff man. Don't get picked off. Don't hit in the 7 double plays. And if you have the lead, something they couldn't done in Kansas City, don't blow it. So because they could have won 3 out of 4 very easily if Simone and Hernandez don't give away the lead. So again, get him some runs and take your chances because he's been that good the second half of the year.
The Angels have really fallen off from last season for the team that they were. We'll show you some numbers during the game. They look very much like the Orioles offensively. They haven't played particularly well defensively, and tonight their manager, Mike Socha, has made a lot of changes in their lineup.
Well, it really has. Borges is going to play center field, and the Gold Glovers, Torrey Hunter's going to be in right field. But the one thing that you can bet the ranch on is that he told them, don't take the Orioles for granted. Remember what they did right before the All-Star break when they went down to Texas and won 4 in a row. They're in the race. They want to stay there.
So both of these teams on a mission. For the Angels, it's about an almost impossible task of overtaking Texas. And for the Orioles, it's about showing a new manager, I should be here to play. To you by Southwest Airlines. Go to southwest.com. Grab your bag. It's on. Here at Camden Yards, overcast skies tonight. What has been a warm and humid summer day. Take a look at our train. Game time temperature 84 degrees, down from the low 90s. Visit trainsearch.com to locate an independent train dealer near you. It's hard to stop a train. Now let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Angels, brought to you by Southwest Airlines, and it is a changed lineup. Ibar's Turris and Abreu, Hunter, Matsui, Cayespo, Kendrick, Napoli, and Borges. Peter Borges getting the start, just called up from AAA.
And take a look at our PNC scouting report. Jeremy Guthrie, well, he's on a roll, pitching about as well as you can pitch. Velocity's up, curveball, he's added. Doesn't throw it very much. He's got all the pitches going. Well, you better root for runs, because if they get him runs, he's a winning pitcher. Without it, you got to rely on the bullpen. And then Bobby Abreu, he only has 5 hits, but 4 of them are home runs. So tread carefully for Mr. Abreu.
And we are ready to go, as Ibar will stand in. Eric Ibar in the leadoff spot. Couple of hits, 12 at bats, lifetime off Guthrie. Starts out first ball hitting to center. And Jones is there, 1 pitch and 1 out.
Let's take a look at our defense. P.A., Jones, and Markakis. That is your outfield. Very intimate ballpark here at Camden Yards. Bellis, Turris, Roberts, and Wigington. And then Matt Wieters. Been off to disable us for about 11, 12 days, back behind the plate.
And Buck Showalter back in charge at the major league level. Guthrie will get the strike called on his Turris. How's this for an interesting start? Jeremy Guthrie throws the fewest first pitch strikes of anyone in the majors. And he also has hit his 10th batter. He got the first 2 pitches as strikes, and the third one hits the batter.
Well, I saw that today, and I'm going 51.7%, the lowest percentage, and you're going, how did this happen? Now, he's much more comfortable away to lefties than in. That's not his comfort zone. He's been getting him out in the last 4 starts with breaking balls. Tries to come in with a fastball, plunks him.
It's an amazing number in that sense he pitches backwards, starting out with ball 1, which, the adage is don't ever do that as a practice.
Yeah, you wouldn't. It's about strike 1, and I think a lot of it has to do not command as much as, hey, I got to be perfect because I'm not getting a lot of runs, and he hasn't.
Which amazed me when Ibar came up and after the first pitch and flied out to center field. All right, runner on at first base, and Guthrie now faces Abreu, whom Jim was talking about, 5 for 22, but 4 of the 5 hits have been home runs. Bobby Abreu is going to make his first start this year in left field for Mike Socia. He's been in right field virtually the entire season. Guthrie with a look to first, and the throw over to get his Turris back to the bag. In the outfield tonight, you're going to have Abreu his first time in left, Borges his first time in center, and Hunter his first time in right.
Yeah, well, Borges apparently, and I talked to all the coaches, and Mike Socia, he's more comfortable in center, so the 9-time Gold Glover is going to move over to right.
That one down the line left field. That could be a problem. No! P.A. gets over and makes a nice catch. Felix P.A. hauls it in. Abreu retired.
Well, part of pitching well is your defense, and Felix has had trouble with balls slicing. You could see him probably a little bit more to the alley than you'd like, because he hits a lot of balls when we talk about Abreu, but a nice running catch. And the reason he caught it, he took a very good route to the ball. Didn't come across and then back. So, again, part of preparation and making good plays is to go out and work on it.
Now here is Torrey Hunter. Hunter playing in right field for the first time this year and for the first time since 1999. Whoa. And Guthrie will back him off the plate. Little message sent right there, although a little bit high as far as Hunter's concerned.
Well, again, a veteran, he knows he's not throwing at his head, but that is right there in the chin area, and you don't want to mess around up there. One big, it's all right to pitch in, but below the letters.
Runner on at first base. There are 2 down. And that will be taken for a strike. The leader of this ball club, of course, is Hunter. 285, 16 homers, 64 RBIs, but 220 since the All-Star break. Good numbers here at Camden Yards. One of the reasons he's playing right field tonight is to try and give his body a little rest. He's been playing center. Runner goes, slow tapper, Guthrie over. That's Hunter's slowness will create the out. Roberts able to get back and make the play. No runs, no hits, no errors. One left on. Orioles coming up. One with the O's. Let's take a look at the starting lineup brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Roberts, Markakis batting second, then Wigginton, Scott Jones, PA, Wieters, Bell, and Asturis. 6-game streak for Brian, 346, couple of doubles.
And take a look at our PNC scouting report on Trevor Bell, 23 years old. Answer the bell because they need starting above average fastball. And again, if we're going to look at the third thing, his dad used to, in Chicago, play the character Bozo the Clown. So don't clown around. You're in a pennant race, even though you're trailing by 8.
Whoa! The rest of the story.
Actually, Trevor Bell, nice-looking young man at 23, from California, born in North Hollywood. He was a child actor, commercials, etc., etc. They want him to act like he can pitch.
Like he can pitch.
Yes. That's what Mike Scioscia has. That's what he has in store for him tonight.
Brian Roberts. Scioscia threatened to make some changes because he hasn't been happy with the way the team's playing. He's done that tonight. And that will be handled as Kendrick will take it to the bag. Roberts retired.
Take a look at the defense, and as Gary Thorne told you, a little different. Abreu moves to left. Borjos out of the minor league, Salt Lake City, the AAA affiliate. He can fly. He's out there. Well, not literally, but he can really cover some ground. Hunter, 9 Gold Gloves, moves to right. Callaspo, Ibar, Asturis, Kendrick, and then Mike Napoli. Pretty much known for swinging the bat but behind the plate because of the rib injury to Mathis.
And here is Nick Markakis. 20th time he is hit in the number 2 spot. And that will be taken for a strike for Markakis. In August, the second highest in O's history with a .333 career August batting average. He will try and keep that going here this month. Takes the high fastball and will take it up high in a 1-ball-1-strike count.
Yeah, I watched Trevor Bell pitch the other night, and he came in relief against Texas. Now he throws anywhere from 93 to 95, so good fastball. There's the breaking ball, which is hit foul. Mike Scioscia was talking about it today. He said, Mike, a former catcher, said that he's young enough at 23 and doesn't have that much experience that occasionally he'll throw that breaking ball a little bit too hard. But again, stuff-wise, and there are the numbers, and not a lot of innings and only 1 start on the year.
1-2 delivery on the way, and that is swung on and foul back. He has been predominantly a relief pitcher. This is the 18th game of the season. But out of the bullpen, where he's worked an inning or an inning and 2/3, that has been about it. It is his 6th career start, and the 2nd start this season is career record, 2 wins, 4 losses going back to last year. Markakis takes a high slider, and he's gone. That one came in and caught the corner.
Yeah, he almost hesitated when we talk about Nick Markakis to see if Jerry Lane was going to call this a strike. And then again, it's probably off the corner, but close enough. And you've learned that the home plate umpire is going to give you the ball a little bit off the outside corner.
So he gets the strikeout. Jerry Lane working the plate. Mike Winters Hunter Wendelstadt and Bruce Dreckman, the umpiring crew. Here is Wigginton playing at first base. And Wiggy will hope to have a big month of August, find some of that power. 6 for 17, 5 RBIs on the road trip, including a homer on Sunday. He's got 17 on the year now. And that is in there for a strike 1-1.
Well, Ty said you don't have to have gone to MIT to figure out that I'm a lot better hitter if I swing at strikes than balls, and that's what he did on the last road trip. You know, again, that terrific start where he hit 6 home runs in April, 7 in May, and then a lot of guys surrounding him. They started pitching him much more selectively.
Wigginton is gone on a called strike. Bell didn't take much time that inning. A couple of strikeouts, retired the side in order. 1 gone here at Camden Yards.
Today, players were on their toes, and it seemed that Buck Showalter's reputation must have preceded him. It was clear that the players had an understanding that he expects them to work hard, and he even said, if you don't, you can go play somewhere else. So these players trying to make a good impression with Buck Showalter, and we saw Adam Jones even reach out to Buck yesterday. He showed up at the press conference introducing him, the only player to do so, Gary.
It's good to do that when you're one of the young stars on the team. That's a fine political move on the part of Adam Jones, and a nice one personally to show.
Well, yeah, I really think it did. Now, it was an off day, and you come off a road trip, but, Adam took the time from his schedule, whatever it might have been, to show up.
Yep.
And he's going to be around here, and, of course, he gets to know Buck, but more importantly, Buck gets to know him. And that's really what this 2 months is about. Find out about your players, what their work habits are.
Hideki Matsui will foul that one away. A lot of meetings with Guthrie, 7 for 30 with a home run. The veteran designated hitter for the Los Angeles Angels for all those great years in New York. Matsui on a pace for 20 home runs for the 5th time in the last 7 years. And he's hit pretty well over the long course, but the month of July not very kind to him. Only .228 during the month.
The 4 home runs the last 10 games. So a lot of guys struggling, especially in July.
Good jam shot is Torres. He's got it. Matsui's retired. Buck Showalter, you look for things that are going to be happening with the new manager. Today, came out early, took fielding plays, both the infield and the outfield, in throwing to bases and handling the double plays on the infield. Everybody got an opportunity. All the players were out there doing it. Something that had been instituted. Dave Tremblay did that. Juan Samuel continued it. Buck Showalter, in his first day, had him out there early.
Yeah, and the old days, back in the day, they used to do that every day. I mean, that was part of your work routine, the process of getting better.
That's Cayespo to second. Roberts, good play. Cayespo retired, 2 down.
Yeah, it took those little baby steps. So a good pitch to Matsui to get popped up. Another two-seamer early on. Again, remember, lowest percentage of first pitch strikes. Maybe Jeremy saw that graphic. And then a nice play by Brian Roberts. Easily could have gotten under the glove. Toughest play you got to make. The ball to your backhand, able to get the second out.
Now here's Kendrick up. Howie Kendrick at the plate. 2 down, nobody on. Kendrick's got a 5-game hit streak coming into this game. Guthrie throwing a lot of early strikes. And that's another ground ball to short as Turris up. And a 1-2-3 inning. We go to the bottom half of the second inning. First time the O's meeting the Angels.
It's not going away, and Toronto's getting better. So, you got to figure out a way to do it. And Tampa Bay's eliminated a lot of those excuses. And it can be done if you know who you are and stay with the way you have to do it to be successful and stay the course.
I think that's a great point. I mean, too often this year we have heard a lot of people, players, others, talk about, well, gee, we're playing in the East and look who we're playing against. Well, yeah, that's exactly who you're playing against. And as he said, they're not going away. So you better get ready to play them again next year and the year after and the year after that. And he doesn't want to hear the excuses.
Well, he was talking yesterday about the common cause, and that the common cause is not only your scouts, your minor league coaches, your major league coaches, everybody. Because you got to pick the players, you got to develop it, like Tampa has, and that's what he alluded to in that last comment. And then you take it from there.
Luke Scott leading it off here. Scott Jones and PA. Luke, the DH of the Orioles, of course. He's put up some big numbers. His batting average, second among DHs, and his home runs, third among DHs. And that is going to be at the knees for a strike. The strike zone, as you saw Scott turn around, is going to have a little size to it.
Well, it's the way it's going to be. I know Markakis would have liked to have known that earlier in the count. The 2-1 doesn't bother you, but the strike 3 was to Nick. And
that one to left field. Abreu's first chance this year in left, and he makes the catch. And there's one away. And our second inning brought to you by Luna. Take a look at our Luna doubles board. Nick Markakis, first Oriole, with 35-plus doubles in 4 straight seasons. Congratulations to Nick. Call today for the Luna double. Get your second room of flooring free. Call 877-241-LUNA.
Yeah, a couple of factors here for Trevor Bell. First of all, the humidity. You're not used to that, especially when you're only your second start. And you can come out of the bullpen, and I think we saw it in the first inning. You can pitch on adrenaline. Now, all of a sudden, can you calm down? And, again, what Mike Scioscia said, it's not about the fastball. It's going to be between 93 and 95. Now, how long he'll be able to maintain that? It's can you make good enough pitches once you get ahead and stay out of those hitters' counts?
He just came back up on Friday from AAA. It is his third stint with the Halos this season. And filling in that final spot on the rotation. 0-2 count on Adam Jones. Adam with one away, bases empty, and PA waiting on deck. And a slider. That That high slider he throws, you can just see it moving across the...
Well, I think that was one of those merry-go-round pitches where you really get around it. Mike Butcher's going, it's pretty good 95-mile-per-hour cutter, slider, something, whatever, overthrown fastball, but he's got a good arm.
1-2 delivery on the way, and he buried that one, and the tag put on by Napoli. That's 3 strikeouts.
And that is a great way to pitch. Again, when you show a hitter early on, you have a power arm, and you can get ahead. Watch this curveball. So, again, you don't have to command it. That ball hit the plate. That's how far about, or maybe just past it. Yep, skipped on the plate. And that's what the 2-strike breaking ball with good overhand rotation will do to guys that really expand the strike zone, like Adam Jones.
So a couple of quick outs here as the pitchers have started out the first 2 innings, dominating the hitters. Here's PA. Felix has a 6-game hit streak going. PA coming in, getting the start in left field on the road trip. He went 4 for 22. As the Orioles come off a road trip in which they won only the 1 game, 1-6. Team hit .239, averaged 3.6 runs in the road trip. Starters did not get a win, and the team ERA was over 6 on the trip. That one to center field. Borges meanders back a bit, and that's 6 in a row, retired by Trevor Bell. Guthrie will go back to work. No score. Orioles baseball on Masson is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Go to southwest.com. Grab your bag. It's on. And by Green Turtle Sports Bar and Grill. Bring your Green Turtle receipt to the Orioles box office for a buy one, get one free ticket offer for any non-prime game. Gary Thorne, Jim Palmer, and Theo Harris, and a whole new group cheering. More or less. Here's Mike Napoli. Welcome, Buck. Napoli's got a 4-game hit streak. He's 1 for 7 lifetime off Guthrie, and that was a home run. He's one of the leaders in strikeouts, 92 times this year, 6th in the American League.
Well, that's pretty much what he goes up. He kind of drops that backside, uppercut swing. And he's not trying to hit soft singles the opposite field. You know, you can get him out. We'll see where they'll go. You usually try to get him out down the way, or you throw it right down the middle.
Get him. First strikeout for Guthrie.
But you've seen the last 4 starts, the velocity for Jeremy has gone from about 92, 93, occasionally 94, 96, 97. Look at the movement. Great late movement. He's able to stay around. You know, again, your pitching windup, even if you're 3/4, is more like a Ferris wheel than a merry-go-round. So he's been able to stay in his windup better.
He's given up only 4 total runs in the last 3 games. 1 against Toronto, 2 against Minnesota, 1 against Toronto in the game before that. And that one's going to be hit in the air by Borges to left. The PA is there, and he's got it. And Peter Borges is retired. 2 down. On Thursday, complete your 2010 Orioles outfield bobblehead collection. First 15,000 fans, 15 and over at the ballgame against the Angels, will receive a Nick Markakis mini bobblehead. For tickets, call the Orioles 888-848-BIRD or go to Orioles.com. Back to the top of the order. And Ibar, one-hit batter through the first time through the order for Guthrie, the only base runner. Showing Bud Ibar will foul that one off.
Well, he's got 29 infield hits, and, again, that's bunt and whatever. So he's the type of guy, especially on a slow infield like you have here at Camden Yard. You're not, here, of course, you just don't want to give him up a hit in front of you. If you're an outfielder, you don't play him very shallow. You maybe take a step deeper because you don't want to give up a 2-out double.
He leads the majors in infield hits with 29, giving you some indication of Ibar's speed. These Angels have got to make a run as they are 8 games behind the Rangers right now, and it's do or die. That's why the Angels, Mike Scioscia, has made so many changes in the lineup tonight. He was not happy with what he was seeing with his offense, doesn't like the way his defense is playing. Said I'm going to make changes. Tonight he did. That's right over the bag. Wigginton will take it there. Ibar retired. Another 1-2-3 inning, and that's 8 in a row set down by Guthrie. Game, Russell Meyer II from Burke, Virginia. An Orioles player hits the hit it here sign located in the bullpen area. Russell Meyer II, you're going to be $100,000 richer. Find out how you can become the fan of the game. Visit mdlottery.com/hit it here. Couple of bucks on hand here as Buck Showalter makes his debut. They're fixing their hats. They're getting ready. The antlers are spread and ready to roll. Do not shoot them.
Well, they have the rally monkey in Anaheim,
which has nothing to do with Mike Scioscia, by the way.
No, I understand that. Okay. And now you'll have the rally antlers.
Very good.
Well, I hope you don't have to rally, but
I sense there's going to be an antler day here shortly. What do you think? All for Buck Showalter. You'll be some impressive. Wieters. Matt at the plate leading it off. TREVOR Bell, a little off speed on that one, gets it in for a strike.
That's his first changeup, and the bottom dropped out of it. And he got to throw it an inch or two off the outside corner. Well, why not take advantage of it?
Wieters, 214 right, 259 left. 6 of his 8 home runs have been hit left-handed. And Mosey across the plate on that one. And a 2-ball, 2-strike count from Bell.
Well, an ankle burner. Again, one of those zoom balls that kind of right at his back. Ankle. Good way to move your feet. And again, that outside corner looks a lot farther away if you're able to execute that pitch.
Here's the 2-2 delivery, and Wieters will foul that one the other way. Limited appearances in the 17 games he's been in. Left-handers 333, right-handers 393. Very high averages. Granted, number of at-bats is limited because most of that's in relief. Wieters goes up and drives one into center. So Matt will amble down. He's got a base hit, and there's the first hit of the ball game. Let's take a look at our AT&T Mobility Trivia question. It is, how many current managers were catchers in the majors? Current managers who were catchers.
Well, Scioscia, Girardi, Torre. So we know it's got to be
4 or 7?
No, it's definitely 7 or 10.
Really? All right.
Wakamatsu, catcher.
7. 10? You think it's 10? Wow.
I think 8.5.
All right, 8.5's the answer. Wasn't on the options, but what the heck. And the answer is
10.
10. Wow.
That's why I took the vacation. Come back ready.
You said 8.5.
Yeah, but I was leaning towards 10.
Oh!
It's like the Price is Right. I was closer.
Okay.
Price is Right, you know.
As long as you weren't over, stay under the...
That's right. And
Lordy. There's one of them. All right. So you got Bochy, Guerin, Girardi. Leland, I never would have remembered. Madden, I wouldn't have remembered that either. Russell, Soshitori, Wakamatsu, and Ned Yost.
Yeah, see?
Wow. You were right.
No, I was partially right. I was writer. That's all that matters. Just to be writer.
Come the closest without going over and win yourself a Frigidaire. Thank you. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Here's Josh Bell. This is a big couple of months for Josh Bell. He's going to be the everyday third baseman for the Orioles. And if anybody on this ball club has a lot riding on what goes on here, it's Josh Bell.
And it's not going to be easy. I talked to him today. I said, listen, pitchers want to get you out by having you swing at balls. So try to relax, and that's difficult, and try to get strikes to hit. They don't call you out on strike 1 or 2. So just have an idea what you want to hit till you get to 2 strikes.
Fouls that one off. He, we saw earlier with Nick Markakis about a week ago, has got that really open stance, both eyes aimed out at the pitcher, just trying to make solid contact, get some base hits.
See, there was your pitch to hit. And again, it wasn't one right down the middle, but it was a 2-1 fastball. And again, his approach is, again, going to have to be back here and here. I mean, right back up the middle. To try to roll over on pitches, it's just not going to get it done.
2 ball, 2 strike count. A big hole between first and second. As his Turris, the second baseman, is playing way over towards the bag. So they jam the middle on him here with Ibar and his Turris. And giving the opportunity to put that ball between first and second. Wieters is not going to be running, at least in any steal situation. 2-2 delivery on the way. Down and away, and that one is foul tipped and held on to. Got him.
Yeah, another good changeup, and again, good movement, good location. And again, you missed the 2-1 pitch, and then you come back, and even though this is a guy just out of, AA last year, AAA this year, he executes that pitch, and you can see Josh out in front.
He's got it working so far in this ball game. Brother is Turris. Nasir's playing at second base. Cesar Turris is playing at short for the O's as they get to face each other for the first time this season. And that will be taken away. Ball 1. 3-game hit streak for his Turris, but it has been a hit a ball game kind of streak. Only 6 for his last 38. After he came off a big stretch where he was above 360. There they are, the two of them.
That's the amazing thing about this game. You hit almost 360 for 23 games, and I really think that, part of Cesar, whether he's back with the Orioles or who knows, because he will be a free agent at the end of the year, is, okay, what kind of hitter really are you going to be? Are you going to bunt a little bit more? You can steal some bases. Career high at 24 a couple of years ago. You're going to be a contact hitter. You don't hit many home runs.
And that will be on the inside corner for a strike. Bell evening up. 1 ball, 1 strike. Gary Allenson going through the signs here, and you see Wieters looking over. Everybody's got to be a bit more aware because Buck Showalter will try some hit and runs, move the ball around, bunt a little bit. Seeing what he's got, that'll be taken down low. Napoli will keep it out in front of him. 2 ball, 1 strike count.
Yeah, did a nice job. Again, Napoli known for his bat, but he just collapsed on that pitch. And not a lot of speed, as you mentioned, with Matt Wieters. So if you're Buck Showalter, I suppose with 1 out, 3 and 2, you might start to runner, but not a lot of options.
The outfield is so shallow, I can't believe it. And left, Abreu and Borges in center. Very, very shallow. Hunter about a couple of steps in. 2-1 delivery on the way, and that one will be hit towards left center. Borges knew exactly what he was doing. As Torres is retired. 2 down, Weeder's still on at first base. A matchup, two ball clubs who offensively have both struggled. The runs per game, the Angels have the better of it by a run. The home runs a bit ahead. The ERA has been the real difference with the Orioles at 5.18 and 4.39 for the Angels.
Yeah, the Angels last year won 97, 100 the year before. They averaged 5.5 runs per game last year. But again, you talk to Mike Soshin, we just saw it right out in center field. The defense has not been up to snuff, and that's why he made some changes.
Not much of a difference between the Orioles and the Angels defense.
Yeah.
Neither have done the job that the organization had hoped for.
And then again, last year, of course, he talked about, and I went through this when I had Brooks Robinson and Belanger and, Cal and really good fielding third basemen. Last year you had Figgins and Ibar. Balls didn't get through.
Ryan Roberts' first pitch popped up, shallow left. Abreu, he's out there going, God, please help me catch this ball. His first time in left field. Pitchers dominating it, scoreless.
I played for him for a couple of years. His first 2 years managing, John knew that he needed to go to the minor leagues and apply his trade. And I was one of those guys that knew that I wasn't going to be the first baseman for the left fielder for the New York Yankees when I saw Don Mattingly. So John meant a lot to me. I called Gloria a couple days ago to get her permission, and she was touched by it, and she spoke to Andy and the kids, and Andy Oates and the kids, and got back to me in about 2 minutes. And I didn't know at the time that they're coming in Friday and Saturday for a Hall of Fame thing, which is it's going to be pretty neat to see her. But it's been 5.5 years since John passed away, and not many days go by that I don't think about how lucky I was to have had him pass my way.
But Showalter commenting on the uniform number he is wearing, and Johnny Oates will be going into the Baltimore Orioles Hall of Fame this Saturday, and Buck's really looking forward to seeing Johnny's wife and the family. That ball's going to be hit in the air by Torres to center field. Adam Jones is back there. Pitchers dominating here. The Orioles, no runs, 1 hit. Angels, Zippo. A hit matters, the only Angel base runner.
Yeah, Johnny Oates was one of my former teammates. In fact, in 1972, we did catch him 10-0, and then they traded him down to Atlanta. But a terrific guy, great family. And, of course, anybody that's ever had a chance, if you go down and talk to people that had a chance to play for him down in Texas, they loved him because he was just a baseball guy that understood the game. Learned from Cal Ripken Sr. here. And that's why Buck is one of those guys that kind of understands how this game's supposed to be played.
Wonderful man. But Showalter doing a little standing, sitting, looking, taking it all in. Game 1. Bobby Abreu. And Abreu will take it down low. Abreu flied out to left field his first time up. Bobby Abreu, always one of those who takes a ton of pitches. He is 5th in walks in the league coming in. He, like Nick Markakis, loves the month of August. A 3.16 lifetime hitter in the month of August for Abreu.
Well, we talked about the 5 hits lifetime off Jeremy Guthrie, and 4 of them for home runs. 2 of them came in one game last year, which resulted in a loss. The solo didn't hurt him, but he had an 0-2 pitch in Anaheim that was on the inside part of the plate, not way in, but inside corner, and just turned on. One of the better swings of the year. So stay away right there, but make your pitch.
Bobby Abreu's got 5 of his home runs in this ballpark lifetime. He's a .299 hitter here. This is game 53 that he's played at Camden Yards. Abreu, 2-ball, 2-strike delivery on the way, and a chopper towards the middle. Roberts over, will backhand it, and makes the running throw. A couple of good plays by Roberts. And there are 2 down. Send your kids back to school in style on Saturday. First 10,000 fans 14 and under will receive a Matt Wieters chest protector style backpack. For tickets, call the Orioles 888-848-BIRD or go to Orioles.com. Matt will be seeing a lot of work here in the second half. As he'll try and improve his game both behind and at the plate. 2 away. Here's Hunter. Larry Hunter grounded out his first time up. 317 average on the road, which is the 9th best average in the American League for hitters away from their home yards. And he will foul it back.
Well, this is when, and again, Jeremy on such a roll, and this is where you just stay down. You stay down and out of the middle of the plate. You got your, got Abreu out, the guy that hurt you with a long ball. You got the first out, paramount to having easy innings. And right here, just execute your pitches. Just stay up from out of that happy zone, up and away, where he can get his arms extended.
And that will miss, just miss inside. And a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Jeremy Guthrie, lifetime is 1-2 against the Angels. Obviously, first meeting of the season. That one's going to be punched into center field for a base hit. So Hunter is on. There's the Angels' first hit coming here in the 4th inning with 2 down.
And that may be the first slider that I've seen all night long. And it just stayed up enough. And then again, Torrey Hunting, you talked about it. 4 for 30 till he went 3 for 4 Sunday. Watch this swing. Slider, it's outside, but it's just up enough where he's able to, again, cut down on the swing and poke it into center field.
Now Hideki Matsui. A lot of left-handers, including the switch hitters in this lineup. Hunter, right-handed batter. Napoli, Borges, throw over to get Hunter back. The rest are lefties. We're hitting .289 off Jeremy, while the right-handers are hitting .227. Hunter with 2 down. Matsui popped out his first time up. And right back to the mound. Guthrie's got it. And that's that. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. Bottom of the 4th, Camden Yards. How do you enjoy the view? Great, thank you.
Carvel Kids Corner now has brand new interactive areas for families, including a fun climb and play area, batting cage, pitching station, and more. Plus, you'll still find your favorites like the mood bounce and floating T-ball area. There's a special Orioles merchandise store tailored to younger fans and a concession stand selling kid-sized food. So bring your family to the all-new Orioles Park, Carvel Kids Corner. Gary?
Great time for the youngsters. Face painting never goes out of style. Here's Nick Markakis. Nick called out on strikes his first time up. 4-game hit streak for Nick. Second in the league in doubles at 35. Only one behind Miguel Cabrera of the Detroit Tigers and one ahead of Joe Mauer of Minnesota for the doubles lead. 1 ball, 1 strike count, hitting at .293. A little dance tune right there, 2-1.
Yeah, really consistent. You know, he's running the numbers 10 the first month, 3 in May, 11 and 10. So very consistent, driving the ball from gap to gap.
Here's the 2-1 delivery on the way, and that will be fouled off. Oh, Markakis, 2 ball, 2 strike count. 23 years old, 2-4 lifetime for Trevor Bell. Trying to secure a spot himself with his organization. 2-2 delivery on the way. Markakis got jammed. That's going to be knocked down as Turris makes the play. Howie Kendrick was way off the bag. Had to hustle back as Turris got it with a dive.
Yeah, usually don't play Nick Markakis that far in the hole. So you can see as Turris, again, you know, former, a utility guy, but a shortstop, so great range. He makes his play look easy. And right there, Howie Kendrick, who, you know, can play the outfield, second base, all over the place. He gets back to first, and that's what you want. You want your first baseman to go get the ball until somebody calls you off.
Ty Wigginton, he was called out on strikes his first time up. Bell's got no walks and 4 strikeouts. Guthrie, no walks, a strikeout, and 1 hit batter. Each team's got 1 hit in the ball game.
Well, what Trevor Bell has done is establish the third pitch, it's changeup. He did that last inning, and a good one. But again, that fastball right there, good fastball hitter, just enough. Even in a hitter's count, 1-0, you miss with a breaking ball. You know that Wigginton was looking fastball, but couldn't quite get to it because it ran in. So some good late movement.
1-1 delivery on the way. Orioles try and get out of a 3-game losing streak here. They face an Angels team that they went 2-8 against last year. But Joe Walters facing the ball club in his first series that has put up big numbers. They've won the season series. The Angels have over the Orioles for the last 6 years. Only for the Angels against the Twins, they've got a 7-year streak going. That'll be off the fists and foul back. The Angels find themselves in the unusual and uncomfortable territory of the ones trying to chase down a leader rather than the ones being chased.
Well, they've won, 5 of the last 6 divisions. So this, again, is what. But again, you win, and Texas has 1 losing streak. And you're somewhat back in they play them 7 times the last 2 weeks of the season.
Yep.
So you just take care of your business. And again, you know, an injury. Hamilton's has the patellar tendonitis. You know, one of their impact players down in Texas. Just never know.
Wigginton, a ground ball to short. High bar. And there are 2 down here in the 4th inning. That'll bring up Luke Scott, one of the leading DHs all season long. 790 slugging percentage when the O's win, which is the highest in the majors. There have been 32 of those W's for the Orioles and 1 or 2 pies along the way. He flied out to left field his first time up in the ballgame.
It's even dangerous to do that. Chris Coughlin of the Marlins
on the DL.
On the DL because of that knee surgery.
Jumped up, threw a pie in his teammate's face, and out went the knee. That's going to be a base hit into right field. Hunter going over to get it. He's going to make the turn. Here's the throw by Hunter off the mark, and it will be a double for Luke Scott.
Well, there you go. I tell you what, he hit the ball hard the first time all the way to the warning track. Abreu ran it down in left field, and then right here looked like maybe a little change up. I mean, look at that. Just how strong the bat threw the zone. And There's your 9-time Gold Glover playing right field. A little different angle than he's used to in center. Wouldn't make much of a difference. I told Tori today, I said, Chris Sable never played right field. They put him out in right field when he was with the Orioles. I said, Chris, how are you going to play there? He said, I'm going to turn around and play it off the scoreboard. So I said, that's always an option. He goes, really? I said, not for you.
No.
I don't think so.
It would not be acceptable, and
No.
he won't do that.
No, he won't.
Here's Adam Jones. Orioles get their second hit of the ball game off Trevor Bell. Jones, a strikeout victim, his first time up. 2 down. And a ground ball towards second base as Torres has moved right over there. And that'll do that. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. Scoreless. Starts, all coming since the All-Star break, has given up only 3 runs in the last 24 2/3 innings. Third best ERA in the American League since the All-Star break, and he started out strong. Hunter has a single off him. He hit his Torres in the first inning. Those are the only base runners. And he goes back to work here. Cayespo grounded out, first time up.
Yeah, first batter's out. There you go. Hasn't walked anybody. Not a lot of strikeouts. He left that to Mr. Bell, the youngster, 23-year-old. Jeremy, 31. So, again, get the first guy out and hope for some offense. Hang around. Pitch count pretty low. Only 42 pitches coming into the 5th inning. That's probably the lowest of the year that I can recall.
Cayespo, the newly acquired, coming over from Kansas City, 27 years old, third baseman. 2-1 delivery to him. Cayespo's got a base hit. So there's the second hit, a 7-game hit streak now for Cayespo, and this one is a leadoff single. Fan of the Game is presented by the Green Turtle, your family fun place where kids eat free this summer. Find your location at greenturtle.com. A young man, right-handed by nature, and knows how to use it. Here's Howie Kendrick. Kendrick grounded out his first time up. Runner on at first base, Cayespo, and with Kendrick up, you might see Mike Scioscia do something here to try and get people moving around in the infield.
Yeah, if they count gets it, 2-1, great hitters count. But again, if you're Jeremy, and again, he's been so good of being able to kind of work the process of getting hitters out.
There goes the runner. It was a hit and run, and he tried to punch that through that hole at second base.
So the ideal count is 2-1 when you have to throw a strike, but I'm sure Mike Scioscia said, well, listen, Guthrie's nothing but strikes tonight. You have a guy that can handle the bat. You don't have blazing speed at first, but you have a guy that, somebody's going to have to cover. But for Jeremy, you got to go back to that first and look a lot better. 51.7 coming in. The league average is around 58. But again, hey, I got 2-1 behind him, threw a ball in the middle of the plate. Now make a good pitch, maybe get a double play ball.
Even with the bag, Bell at third. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Runner at first, Cayespo not going. This one to left field. That is deep at the wall, and goodbye home run. Kendrick delivers a 2 RBI homer. He is their leader in that department. 7 of his 8 have been to the opposite field, not this one.
Now, he really turns on this fastball, Gary. And, I mean, if you're Jeremy Guthrie, you throw a 95-mile-per-hour fastball on the inside part of the plate. It's not a hitter's count, even at 1-1, and then he just turns on it and rips it. I mean, that ball inside. Great swing, and again, they talk about staying inside the ball. Watch the left arm, how short it is to the ball. Able to get the bat head to it. And that results in a wicked line drive that carries out of Camden Yards.
So the homer, and quickly it is a 2-0 lead for the Angels as Callaspo's single and Kendrick's home run. Towering fly ball by Napoli to right center. MARKAKIS. He's under it and he's got it. Napoli is retired. Our Ford drive of the game. Your local Ford dealer invites you to experience Ford like never before. Ford, drive one. And that is exactly what Howie Kendrick did off Jeremy Guthrie. Jeremy has lowered that home run total significantly from seasons past. That'll be the 18th homer hit off him this year. And that pitch will be taken for a ball. Borges called up, making the start. Today's game, his mom and dad are on hand. His dad is an Orioles scout, Chris Borges. He was a scout with the Brewers for a while and now works in the Orioles organization. And here's his son playing against the Orioles, getting a start for the Angels.
Well, he can play center field. He's hitting over 300, a lot of triples, a lot of doubles, a lot of stolen bases. And again, you're trying to tighten up your pitching. How do you do it? You plug somebody in that can play center field, and he has to play well. Of course, he's custom playing it to move a guy that's won 9 Gold Gloves over to right field.
He's not a power hitter. Talking to the Angel people before the game, they think they've probably got a guy who's going to hit some doubles. He is so fast that he'll be able to use that speed, get a few bunt hits, infield hits. No question about his defense. Grounded towards third, up with it is Bell. He turns and on the bag. Good play by Wigginton.
Great play. Well, the one thing you're going to find with Josh Bell, he has more range than Miguel Tejada, so he's going to get to more balls, gets to that one easily. But again, a little around that pitch. So again, nice play by Wigginton because, again, get your feet set. That's one of the givens. If you're going to be a good infielder, you have to get your feet under him. So a little bit around that throw, and you get picked up by your first baseman.
Now Ibar at the top of the order. Ibar has flied out, grounded out. 2 for 14 lifetime off Guthrie. With Borges batting ninth and Ibar batting first, you have one of those 2 leadoff batter situations going. 2 speedsters in the 9 and 1 hole. Well, one delivery will be taken down low. Mike Scioscia loves that sort of thing. It gives him options. Get these guys on base and try and create havoc. Guthrie came into the inning having given up just the 1 hit. Back-to-back hits, a single and a homer in this inning to start it out. That will miss.
Somewhere.
Had been a strike earlier in the ballgame.
Yeah, I think you have to just throw it a little bit off the plate. The one's over. Well, I mean, that was pretty much in the middle of the plate.
Ibar down to first base. That'll be a foul ball. And a 2-ball, 2-strike count. This Angels team has really struggled this season compared to last year's. They're only a game over 500. And for Mike Scioscia's ball club, it has been, as we said, the offense, defense. Look at how the numbers have gone down. Average runners scoring position runs per game are down a run. That's a huge change for this team. But in this inning, they got the Howie Kendrick home run, his 9th of the year, and they take the 2-0 lead.
team concept has to come before winning, not the other way around. And a perfect example of that is how Torrey Hunter handled the move to right field today. He went into Mike Scioscia's office earlier. He said, hey, if it makes us better, I'm willing to do it. He told me sometimes you got to put aside your gold gloves. You got to put aside your pride. He said, I've been to the playoffs 7 times, and I've never even had a chance to lose in the World Series. So he said, this makes our team better, gives us a chance to go to the World Series, then I'm willing to do it. Gary?
And that is exactly what you would expect him to say. That's the kind of player and person that he is.
Yeah, and I think this whole organization, again, if you look, kind of daunting when you're 8 games back and Texas is playing well, but they don't think they're out of it until they run out of games. I mean, that's what teams that have won, and of course that's where the Orioles want to get to. So you always think, even if you're behind, played on a lot of clubs until the last week of the season, maybe the last game, you think you got a chance to win.
And with 7 out of 13, as we said, to be played against Texas, there's reason to believe they've got a shot. It is a long comeback, no question. And you got to believe a team like Texas will get the yips a little bit because they haven't won for so long. And you start getting close, the games start getting that much harder to win.
Well, they do. And again, you take a look at what's going on. And, again, you have to look at the Angels. They're tied with Oakland, but they did beat Texas 2 out of 3. Could have won. Herron got out-pitched by 2-1, or otherwise.
That's going to be down the line by PA. He'll head to second base. Abreu going to head on a big turn to third and decides wisely to head back the other way.
Well, now you have some speed on. Good idea to stay at second with the play in front of you. Again, you want to think triple until it becomes a double. And again, nice pitch right there. Orioles trying to get back as they trail by 2. And Abreu, again, not playing left this year. He gets it down in the corner. So this is plays in front of you. Oh, Felix. Whoa, Bill. Whoa.
PA with a double. That was a big turn.
If you're Matt Wieters, you got to be thinking getting them over, get them in.
Matt Wieters will pull that one foul.
Well, that's the approach you want to have happen. Obviously, you'd like to keep it fair. But you're very much into this game.
This is what happens to Bell. Bell gets into games where he's cruising along and everything's great, and then all of a sudden, in one inning, there'll be 3 or 4 hitters who will start hitting the ball hard on him, and before you know it, he's given up 3 or 4 runs in an inning.
Boy, I would think, and in talking to Mike Scioscia, he said, listen, Jared Weaver's taking the next step because not everything's hard. He can take a little bit off that breaking ball. He's always had the changeup. There's the changeups. Yeah, so that's what you want to do right there. And it's hard to have the ability to do that until you get the innings. So, again, a lot of it has to do with the guy behind the plate. Slow the game down for your pitcher, especially when he's only 23. And there's the changeup, and it's a good one.
Wieters had a single his first time up. Napoli, the veteran catcher, gets a lot of help from Mike Scioscia over there in the dugout. 0-2 the count on Wieters. PA being held close by Ibar at second base. 0-2 delivery. Wieters went up for it. That's going to be in the gap. Hunter's not going to catch up with that one. PA will come around to score. Wieters on his way to second base. He's got a double and an RBI, and it's a 2-1 game.
Well, Matt Wieters only 1 for 10 in Kansas City, but watch him jump for the second straight time on a high fastball. So, again, it's 0-2. They try to throw the ball by him. He gets on top of it. Back-to-back doubles. And Orioles on the board. PA makes it 2-1.
33rd RBI for Wieters, and he's 2 for 2 in the ball game. Still nobody out. Potential tying run at second. And here is Josh Bell. Bell, a strikeout victim, his first time up. He'll go after the first one and strike 1. Bell to be followed by his Torres.
And then again, his job is to get Wieters to third base or in. Hit a ball the right side. Get a pitch, you can do it. Again, it goes back to that premise. I don't have to swing at anything till I get the 2 strikes. Make Torres on deck a better hitter.
0-1 delivery to him. Came in on him, but nothing to do with that but foul it off on a down and in pitch and a 2-strike count on Bell. Nobody out. Orioles coming back right when they wanted to the most after that 2 RBI homer in the top half of the inning. But Showalter's team has answered with 1. And now trying to get the next one in. 0-2 count. Wieters good lead at second base. That one chopped the wrong way. Holds the runner and will get Bell. No, he does not get him moved up in the play by Cayespo. A new date for members of the Junior Orioles Dugout Club presented by Chick-fil-A has been announced. Members can use their extra ticket vouchers Sunday, August 8th to redeem a free ticket. Members can also run the bases at Oriole Park after the game, and family and friends get to purchase tickets for only $6. Find out more, Junior Orioles Club, 888-848-BIRD, Orioles.com, or any Baltimore area Chick-fil-A. Sunday. Here's Asturis. As Torres flied out to center, he gets Cayespo in at third, and the pitch is taken down low for a ball. So the non-productive out leaves Wieters at second base with a run in here in the 5th inning.
Yeah, and the reason we talk about that, again, the lowest runners in scoring position numbers as a team in the American League.
And that's going to be popped up to short. Ibar. 2 down.
And why you hope that changes, I mean, we're into August, and, the last road trip, they hit 5 for 48. They even went down more, so they had got it up in the 220 range. So, again, just the little things. Now, you kind of like that Josh Bell was trying to get him over the first 2 strikes, but then he couldn't as he hit the chopper to the left side. And, again, if you look at Asturis' number at 222, you want him to play the infield in. You want to make him a better hitter, and they just couldn't do that.
So now Brian Roberts with 2 down will look for the 2-out RBI, and the Orioles have really struggled here. 197 as a team with a runner in scoring position and 2 down.
I mean, the Angels have fallen off. They had 297. They're all the way down to 263 with runners in scoring position. Orioles from 284 to 217. Precipitous drop.
Largest in the majors.
Yep.
Brian Roberts has grounded out and flied out. Wieters with the RBI double remains on at second base. And Brian will try and get him home. This is the 12th game since coming off the disabled list for Brian Roberts. 0-1 delivery in the air to left. Bobby Abreu. And he's got it. So a run in on a couple of hits with a base runner left on. And we've completed 5 here at Camden Yards. First meeting of the year against the Los Angeles Angels. 2-1. Baseball on Masson is brought to you by AT&T, Rethink Possible, and by Honda. Look for money-saving leases and low financing at your Honda dealer. Camden Yards gets pitchers duel underway here. A 2-1 ball game with the Angels on top as they bat in the 6th inning. Jeremy Guthrie against his Torres. He was hit by a pitch, left stranded in the 1st inning, and flied out to center. Is Torres, Abreu, and Hunter 2, 3, 4 in the order against him. And that'll be fouled right straight back. Not a lot of coloredness on your score sheet. Single run, and a 2-run homer by Kendrick.
Yeah, one pitch in the middle of the plate, and then a good swing by Howie Kendrick. That's about it.
PA. He's done.
Well, and again, Jeremy just has to do it, and we talked as we took care. There you go.
Talking about the pain of it all, we wanted to take a look here. How about injuries that are going to affect the races? Mike Cameron, an ab tear, is out, maybe gone for the year. Kevin Nucleus, jam thumb. They hope they don't have to DL him. The Reds, Joey Votto, a sprained wrist, is going to sit. Orlando Cabrera's got an oblique problem. It came up yesterday. And Justin Morneau worked out Sunday, and on Monday felt worse. That is not good news for the Twins.
Yeah,
Kevin Nucleus, we now understand, has been put on the DL tonight.
And Joe Mauer got the cortisone shot, couldn't play.
Wow, so you got those are all teams involved in races. And you got the Phillies with Ryan Howard, sprained ankle, back to Philadelphia off the road to have it looked at. And Prado of the Braves, a broken finger, a pinky finger broken. And all of those players important to their team's effort in the stretch drive. Well, we'll see how the injuries impact who comes out where.
Well, that's why it's so important that, the trading deadline's gone, but you can still get players from one team to the other through the waiver wire.
That'll be taken down low. Bobby Abreu is grounded out, flied out. One game played today, a 12-2 win by the White Sox over the Tigers. Tigers are in trouble. They are now 8 games behind the White Sox. So Minnesota, a game and a half behind. Looks like a 2-team race. Towards second base, Brian Roberts over to get it. And there are 2 down. Join the Oriole Advocates on Friday, 11-2 for the annual Orioles Hall of Fame luncheon, 6th floor of the Oriole Park Warehouse. The special luncheon honors the 2010 Oriole Hall of Fame inductees, Ray Miller, the late Johnny Oates, whom we were talking about earlier, and Len Johnston. Individual tickets, $50 each. To get yours, 410-466-8242, or go to oriolesreach.com. And a chopper that'll be fouled away. Buck Showalter is going to be around for the luncheon. As we mentioned earlier, he wants to see the Oates family, the uniform number of Johnny Oates 26 that he is wearing as manager. Talking with Rick Kranitz. Learning. Torrey Hunter, 0-1 delivery to him, a slider away, 1-1.
Well, he's probably asking Rick Kranitz, how does Chuck Guthrie with this stuff ever lose? I can tell you, occasional home run and not a lot of run support. That's part of the story. The amazing thing, they have gotten Jeremy in his last 11 starts 29 runs, and like 22 while he's been in the game.
You really have to pitch with a no score or a 1-run lead or difference.
And then also the other thing, you have to depend on your bullpen and hope that they do the job.
And the bullpen for the Orioles, for the most part, really has done a great job this year, but overworked, overtaxed.
Yep. And we saw a little bit of that. Again, Simone came in, gave up the 3-run home run to Alex Gordon. And then Billy Butler with a 2-run home run off of...
that one in the air to left field. PA going back near the warning track has room, and he's got it. Hunter is retired, and so are the Angels. A 1-2-3 inning for Guthrie. Good ball game. Angels up by 1. His feelings for himself and the ball club.
It's huge for all of us young guys that you can look at his track record and see what he's done with some young teams and some new teams that he's really made great improvements with. So it's great for a lot of us young guys to be able to see if we buy into his plan, we should have some success.
Talking largely about the work he did in Arizona and with the Texas team. He, of course, went to Arizona when the Diamondbacks came into existence and was there 2 years before the club ever took the field and built the organization.
Yeah, they were waiting for that, 98 expansion draft. And, of course, he left after 99, and then they end up, Bob Brentley came and beat the Yankees in the World Series.
Nick MARKAKIS, and he will foul that one away. Nick has grounded out and struck out.
Well, again, not a lot of opportunities. Again, the PA double. Matt Wieters right behind him. Couldn't advance the runner. Couldn't get him in. Chance to tie it last inning. So, again, I'll tell you what. Trevor Bell, after I watched him the other night, he has really pitched well tonight. It's been about a good fastball, but he's added a good breaking ball and a good changeup. And there's a breaking ball, and MARKAKIS has a home run swing.
And how far he will go as a starter is always an issue for him. So the former closer, Francisco Rodriguez, is up in the bullpen, now working in middle relief. And it's just going to be a question of how effective Bell remains. In a one-run ball game, the leash will be fairly short. Got him right there at the knees.
Yeah, again, Jerry Lane has established off the corner is going to be called a strike. And once again, the young pitcher, only 23. Look at the glove. Ball is definitely outside, and you can't take that pitch. You could do it one time if you're Nick MARKAKIS because you didn't know, but this is the third time up. I'm not saying it's easy to hit because it's not.
5 strikeouts, that's a new high for him, new career high at the major league level. He had struck out 4 a couple of times. Here's Wigginton, his longest outing inning-wise, 5 1/3. He's done that twice.
Well, the good news for the Orioles, because of Guthrie's performance, is you're one hit or a walk and a home run away.
Wigginton trying to get just that right there.
Well, again, maybe he went to say, I'm not real good when I swing at balls, and that's what he did. But again, 93 to 95 with a little giddy up. And that's what Trevor Bell's been able to bring tonight. And that's what we talked about, how far he'll go. Saw there is action in the Angel bullpen.
Here's the 1-1 delivery on the way to Wigginton. Ty saying before the ball game regarding Buck Showalter's arrival, he said, I think as a player, and he's a veteran speaking, it's about getting on the same page as the manager. What does he want you to do in situations? How does he deal with different at-bat situations for me as a hitter? He said finding out those kinds of likenesses and what's desired by the manager are the things I look for first when a new manager comes on board. And Buck Showalter's very quick to make that information readily available. If you don't ask, he will tell you, as he's made a point the last 2 days about talking about how important it is for players to know what's being said about them, not behind closed doors, but to their face. He said, I don't want guys wondering. I don't want them wondering what we think of their performance. I will tell them what we think, and the door's always open for them to ask. That'll be taken down low. And saying all of that, too, every time you have a new manager like this, obviously the focal point is going to be there. I take nothing away from Dave Tremblay and Juan Samuel, who I thought they tried to do much the same things that Buck Showalter's going to try and do. They had the same kind of philosophies about dedication and accountability, and now it's about trying to find that and see if he can get it done. Wigginton is on with a 1-0 walk. And that's a dangerous one because Scott is up.
Well, Socha's out, and he's already gone to the bullpen. He didn't waste any time. I think he is very happy to have gotten what he has gotten out of Trevor Bell, who pitched very, very well into the 6th inning.
So you were talking about that rally monkey the Angels had when they were in the World Series. Here's a man who brought it up jumping. brought to you by Ford. Your local Ford dealer invites you to experience Ford like never before. Ford, drive one. Gary Thorne, Jim Palmer, and Theo Harris. Trevor Bell hoping he's got a chance to be the winner in this game. There's a very solid line in just his second start of the year, and now Rodriguez comes on.
Yeah, big hard throwing right-hander out of Mexico. So up and down this year. Last year, one start at AAA. Again, he can throw in the mid-90s, big overhand breaking ball. So the only walk is at first base, and that's Wigginton as far as Trevor Bell. So it's now up to your bullpen.
So Rodriguez will try and hold it as he comes on with runner on at first base, Wigginton. Let's go Rodriguez out of a bullpen that has had its problems, along with the Orioles, an even higher ERA, second only to Kansas City in the American League. So Rodriguez will work here to Luke Scott. First time he's ever faced the Orioles. Scott has doubled and flied out.
A home run on Sunday. Wigginton also hit one. And a couple of good swings tonight. Drove one to left and then doubled down the right field line.
Hitting at .283. Wigginton with a walk. The only one surrendered by Bell is on at first base. And the fastball is going to be taken up high.
Yeah, the one thing about Luke, when he is hitting well, number one, he's confident. Number two, he lets the ball travel a little bit farther. So, again, he's so strong, and we saw that with the double, that he got the front foot down and then just whipped the bat, even though it was a changeup through the zone, and hit it into the corner.
1-0 count, and that's going to be called going to the mouth. Mike Scioscia's on his way out to talk to Jerry Lane.
Yeah, you know, again, when your foot is in contact with the rubber, he made a unusual move. So take a look right here. You see your foot, your right foot. I mean, your right foot's right there. Now, I don't know what that is. And Jerry Lane apparently thought that he was starting his windup. I don't know what he was doing. I mean, there's nobody, you know, a lot of times, usually you'll have a conversation. So, again, I don't know what so let's see.
Saying
I can't see. Well, I got to get the hat up a little higher.
Oh.
Yeah. This is Troy Percival right here.
Needed to step off before doing that.
Yeah, right. You know, and I guess Jerry Lane at least thought that, or ruled that he started his windup. You really have to back off when you do anything on the mound when you're in the ready position to start your windup.
Well, that could be a big balk. 1-0 count on Luke Scott. That moves the potential tying run down to second, takes away the possibility of the ground ball double play. There's only one away, and a 2-0 count now on Scott, and Rodriguez has got to settle down. No chances for the Angels with the runner in scoring position. Howie Kendrick had the 2 RBI homer with a runner at first. Here's the 2-0 delivery. Scott on a breaking ball. Did he go? Yes, the home plate umpire makes the call. Jerry Lane made the call. Scott can't believe it. He was holding the bat for the third base umpire.
No, he didn't swing.
He's shaking his head no. Jerry Lane's going.
Well, Jerry's all over the place tonight, so.
A 2-ball, 1-strike count. Thank you.
Well, he is.
No, the umpire held up the sign.
He knows that. Yeah.
2-1, 1 down. And the changeup's going to miss up high, and the count goes to 3-1 with Jones on deck.
Yeah, Luke Scott only hitting 151 with runners in scoring position, but again, you know, Jonesy behind him only at 230. He struck out, swung at a pitcher's pitch the last time, so you're going to pick who you want to pitch to here. But if you're the Orioles, you're looking for base runners.
Starters sitting over there hoping. Trevor Bell. 3-1 delivery is fouled back.
Yeah, got a hanging breaking ball, curveball that stayed up and just fouled it straight back. That's your home run pitch, and Napoli's going to come out and talk to him. I don't know if you want to throw another one if you want to maintain this lead. That was a pretty good swing by Luke.
Opponents are hitting 226 off the reliever. He has been up and down this season with the ball club. Francisco Rodriguez, 250 lefties, 211 right-handers. Second time he's been with the club. He's pitching AAA Salt Lake in between. 3-2. Luke Scott to double his last time up. Takes that to right field. That is way back. And goodbye. Home run. A 2 RBI shot, and the Orioles lead at 3-2.
Well, it all started with a base on balls as Bell would lead the game. Look, pitch by pitch. There's your fastball, ball one. This is after a balk to get in the second. 2-1. Big curveball. Watch this hanger. Just misses a home run swing and then throws it in the happy zone. And this ball is launched. Well, not your normal home run. I mean, normal in the fact it's 2 runs, but it is a blast.
And State Farm will donate $100 to the Wounded Warrior Project for every home run hit by the Orioles in the second half of this season.
Yeah, that is a young pitcher not understanding.
That one high in the air to left field by Jones. Abreu's got it.
Yeah, a young pitcher understanding who you want to pitch to. And a lot of times you have to kind of go out on a limb a little bit because, again, you don't. Luke Scott may not homer on that thigh-high fastball inside middle, but he's going to hit it hard. And he gave him a pitch to hit it. He didn't miss it.
Scott has done so much of that here at Oriole Park at Camden Yards. 14 of his 19 home runs have been hit here. 338 average at home and 222 on the road. The Camden Yards, a very friendly place for him and not for Rodriguez.
Well, Buck Showalter said, what, it's about the players? Wigginton worked the only walk-off of Bell, and then Luke made him pay.
PA has had a double, and he has flied out to center field. So Bell will be charged with 2 runs on 4 hits over 5 1/3. A walk and 5 strikeouts. He is non-decisioned in the ballgame. That home run makes Rodriguez the pitcher of record and gives Guthrie the 3-2 lead. Here's the 1-0 delivery. PA will slice that into left center for a base hit. Played by Abreu. And PA's on. He's 2 for 3. That'll bring up Matt Waiters. And Matt's having himself a night. In the 3rd inning, he had a leadoff single. He would end up being stranded. And then he clocked an RBI double in the 5th inning to get PA home with the first run for the O's.
Yeah, the bat is a lot quicker. A little stint with a hamstring problem on the DL. Because both of those were pretty good fastballs. They were both in the mid-90s. Got on top of both of them. One for a single, one for an RBI double.
Waiters up with 2 down and a runner at first base. PA is a threat to go. Napoli throws out 29% of base stealers. This is where Socha gives all the signs. Napoli's looking over to get him. What he wants Rodriguez to do: throw over, step off, hold the ball, pitch out.
Well, both Bobby Wilson and Jeff Mathis better catch and throw guys than Napoli. You would think this would, at some point, would be a running situation.
There he goes. Here's the throw by Napoli into the runner, and he's got a stolen base.
Well, you know, again, part of the process of being a better offensive team is to, again, engage your players to take responsibility when it's the running situation to run. And that's exactly what Felix PA did. And we saw that a little bit in spring training. Before he got hurt, he was running much more than he did last year in the spring. And then, of course, the torn trapezius muscle, that kind of ended the first, 2-3 months of the season.
He's 1 for 3 now as he gets his first, and Leaders gets another RBI chance. A 1-0 count on Matt Waiters. And he'll take the pitch away for a ball. Hard to believe in an Angels team. They have now been stolen base-wise, 88-67. Generally, those numbers would be the other way around.
Well, Sean Figgins, 42 steals last year, got caught for it 16 times, and he went to Seattle as a free agent.
And that hasn't moved very well.
No. Well, no, and Mike Socha talked about the fact that he was probably a better fit for the Angels than he was for Seattle. And they miss him. They miss him defensively and offensively. Scored 114 runs for him.
So here's the intentional pass on the 3-0. That'll put runners on at first and second with 2 down and bring up another left-handed hitter, Josh Bell.
Yeah, Mike Butcher's going to come out, the pitching coach for the Angels. I mean, it sets up a situation also where you have a guy that really hasn't solidified his, I guess, his role as a big league reliever against a guy that had pretty good success at AAA. So this is a little better matchup. And we talk about Josh Bell, who will come up to face Rodriguez. He might get a better pitch to hit. He's had 2 good hitting counts, but Bell's stuff was good enough to get him out.
He has struck out and grounded out. But Showalter, he's got the lead here in his first game as skipper of the Orioles. Saw Guthrie behind him, the starting pitcher, watching and hoping for more. 2 down. Bell will take the pitch up high. 1 out walk to Wigginton, opened it up. Trevor Bell out of the ball game. Scott against Rodriguez, the 2 RBI homer. Wieters had the RBI double in the 5th for the other Orioles run. 1-0 delivery. He'll take that down low, and a hitter's count, 2-0.
And again, it's a hitter's count, but get a pitch to hit, get a pitch to drive gap to gap. You don't have to try to pull it. Big league baseball is hitting the ball back up the middle. Stay on the pitch.
2-0 delivery to him, goes the other way, and that's going to be a base hit. Abreu's going to have to chase that all the way to the wall. Pierre scored. Wieters is being waved around. Relay throw will come to the plate, and not in time. Ball gets away, and heading over to third is Bell. It'll be a double. 2 RBIs, and the Orioles lead at 5-2.
Well, there you go. Use the whole field, and that's exactly what he does. Good hitting count again, 2-0. Abreu not playing left, gets the kick. And right here, not a great replay throw, and Wieters with enough speed to make it 5-2 all the way from first base. So both of the walks this inning have scored.
No, Bell getting it done on a very big at bat. Now is Turris, and Callaspo is in on the grass at third base. Everybody else back. 2 down. And as Turris trying to slice one over the third baseman's head, fouls it away for a strike.
Well, I know, I tell you right now, and of course, if Turris could bunt, Howie Kendrick wouldn't be playing where he is. And that's going to be part of maybe the last 2 months. Because you could bunt the ball, if you look at Scott Shields, you could bunt the ball to Kendrick and just beat the pitcher to the bag. But again, he doesn't bunt a lot. But they're playing way back. Count. Yeah, I mean, look where Kendrick's playing, about 4 steps back, and now with 2 strikes, he'll just stay exactly where he is.
So the Orioles with 4 runs in here in the 6th inning. PA and Scott, big parts of it. Scott with a homer. PA got on and single stolen base. That one towards second will be played by his brother, who will throw him out. But the Orioles put across 4, extend their lead to 5-2. Luke Scott, 19th home run of the year, accounting for 2. In the third innings, only 1 run on 3 hits and a 1.42 ERA.
Well, breaking ball getting a little better and velocity way up 93 to 95. Seems like the windup and maybe the command a little bit better. So it seems like he's more like what they thought they were going to get.
First ball hitting. That's Brian Roberts. Matsui's 0 for 3.
Well, you had that great stat about only the lowest percentage of first pitch strikes in Major League Baseball at 51.7. So tonight, Jeremy's he's a pretty well traveled guy. He must have somehow realized that and go, you know what? Maybe I did go to Stanford. I can get more outs if I throw strike 1.
And the Angels must have heard him thinking that because they're swinging on first pitch.
Well, they're going to go, I'm not going to swing, even though they're doing it, because he never throws it over.
All right.
There's another one. There we go. Take that. I learned it from Earl Weaver when he told me $4 every time you do it, $2 when you don't. After 2 games, he owed me $124, and he goes, I think you got the point. And I did, because I wanted his money so bad.
Exactly. It's a driving force.
It's
a driving force.
Well, that and you get him out, too. That helps. Too. The numbers go up.
Gaespo had a single. Flies out to left field if PA catches this. And he's 1 for 3. And there are 2 down.
Yeah, this has been the type of game. If we look at Howie Kendrick right here, after Gaespo pokes a single in the center, he hits a 95-mile-per-hour fastball that is a pretty good pitch. The result wasn't good, but it was a tremendously well-executed swing.
18 home runs off Guthrie with that one. A 2 RBI homer accounting for the Angels' runs. Game in the 5th inning. 6-game hit streak now for Howie Kendrick. And the 1-0 delivery with 2 down. We're just looking. This is only the 5th time in 22 starts that Jeremy Guthrie has had 5 runs scored in a ball game for him. Never mind whether he was in the game or not. In that game itself, if the Orioles get 5, only the 5th time 5 or more runs.
Well, this is old school where they're your first pitch counts 15 to 25, so better. And there's almost got him to chase a good slider off the plate.
Mike Winters says no.
But in the old days, as you take a look at this check swing on one of the better sliders, and he's able to hold up. This is the way you do. You hung around. They didn't get your runs early. They get them late.
That one in the air to left center field. PA going back. That's going to take a bounce off the base of the wall. And it will be a stand-up double. Now Kendrick continues to hit the ball hard. He's in the zone right now. 6-game hit streak, 2 for 3 ball game here.
Well, this is a kid that came up early after hitting 385. He gets another slider, and he just belts it. So he laid off the good slider. This is what good young hitters, as they get better in the big leagues, do. They lay off the real pitcher's pitches and then get a better pitch to hit. And now another runner in scoring position.
So a big out here with Mike Napoli coming up, who's a home run hitter. He has struck out and flied out. He's also, as we mentioned, a high strikeout hitter. 2 down. That one in the dirt, and Wieters able to block it. Leads the club with 18 homers. If he continues at this pace, Napoli will get about 27 home runs on the year, which would be a career high for the catcher.
Man, nobody up in the bullpen, and only 81 pitches to this point.
Miss away.
Well, I was talking to one of your favorite guys, one of the great pitchers of all time, Tom Seaver. He said, "It's easy. Just go out there. If guys a little bit of trouble in the 7th, he goes, you're doing a great job. Go get him, and then turn around and leave with the pitching coach." It's kind of what this is right here. Hey, you got good stuff. Pitch count down. Get him out.
2-0 delivery, and there's that launch swing right there, and a 2-ball, 1-strike count. Scoring 2 runs or less for the Angels 33 times this season. It happened only 29 times all of last year.
Well, there's that 5.5 runs per game on the way to 97 victories.
Part of that offensive pull down that the Angels have had happen to them this year. 2-1 delivery and a good one on the outside corner, 2-2.
Yeah, that slider's up a little bit, Gary, but what it is it's a fastball count with a fastball hitter, so he's able to hit the outside corner or somewhere in that neighborhood.
Jerry Lane's outside corner. 2-ball, 2-strike count on Napoli. Kendrick at second base. Napoli goes the other way down the line. Markakis will have to watch it hit off the wall. A run will score. He will hold Kendrick to a long single, but it is an RBI base hit and will make it a 5-3 game.
That's a pretty good two-strike swing by Mike Napoli. I mean, watch him paint this fastball down and away, and this is how strong this guy is. He needs it off the base of the wall. So there is Howie Kendrick to make it 5-3. And now the bullpen will get going. Hanging slider, and then a good fastball and a good result for the Angels.
47 RBIs for Napoli, and Gonzalez, whom we were just talking about, gets ready in the bullpen as Rick Kranitz heads out to have a word with Jeremy Guthrie, and this is 22nd start, looking for his 5th win of the year. Just drawing some time right here for Gonzalez to get ready. Well, this is where maintaining the coaches makes such a difference in the situation of a new manager coming in this late. For Buck Showalter, the decisions about when you're going to pull a starter, who you're going to bring in relief, you really have to talk to the coach who's been here with him all year to know what's going on and learn it. 2 down, and the pitch will be taken up high.
Well, and this is part of the process of learning about Jeremy Guthrie, too. You know, he's pitched a whale of a game to this point. Burgess has been up now. This will be his 3rd time. He's had good pitches that hit both times, 1-0 and 2-0, and he's been able to get them out.
Borges, the center fielder tonight, and took a big-time rip at that one. Runner on at first base. Borges represents the potential tying run in the ballgame.
But again, you're better down in the strike zone if you're Jeremy Guthrie, and the pitches have been going up this inning. And again, pitch count at 87, but it is a hot, humid night.
1-1 delivery on the way, and Borges cannot catch up with that fastball. A 1-ball, 2-strike count. Jeremy Guthrie trying to maintain the 2-run lead he has at the moment. And just missed with that one. Borges just called up from AAA. Runner at first, 2-2, 2 down. Runner goes, swung on and foul tipped. And fortunately not off that bare hand of Wieters. And the count remains at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And Guthrie working at it, getting up to the 90 pitch count. Well, you keep that hand back, that bare hand. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runner was going. Napoli not this time. Towards the seats and no play.
Pretty good emergency hack right there by Borges, because that was a pretty good slider. You know, the one to Kendrick, after he held up, he got one to hit and doubled off the wall. So again, what you're trying to do, whether you're young or old, veteran or rookie as Borges, try to stay alive. And there you go. 20 pitches so far in the 7th. 1 pitch away from getting out of this inning.
Potential tying run now at the plate after Napoli, whom you see there, got that RBI base hit. Coming with 2 down, Kendrick's double and his single. 2-ball, 2-strike delivery on the way. Borges will ground that to second base. Roberts there, makes the easy toss. His Torres. 1 run in, couple of hits. 7th inning stretch time brought to you by Jack Daniel's Tennessee Whiskey. Please drink responsibly.
single by Cayaspo, home run by Kendrick, so they lead 2-0. After a double by PA, Wieters would get him in, and then the Orioles in the 6th inning would come up with 4 hits, 5 runs. Josh Bell with a couple of RBIs on his first major league double. Orioles now leading 5-3, as again the Angels came back with a single run top of the 7th.
Great job by Guthrie in the ball game and a chance to win his 5th game. Buck Showalter congratulating him between innings as his night's work is done, and a good night's work it was. Scott Shields will be the 3rd pitcher. Rodriguez the 1st reliever. 3 runs, 3 hits, 2/3 of an inning, and the pitcher of record right now.
So Scott Shields comes in, and again, not your typical numbers. Missed most of last season with patellar tendonitis on the landing knee, that left knee. So again, he comes in. I mean, he got a great curveball. Mike Socia was talking, his manager saying it's not about the stuff, it's just about the command. So again, you got the big overhand curveball that goes straight down, good running fastball in the low 90s. We'll see how he does this night. He's always been tough against the Orioles. In fact, until he got hurt, he was tough against everybody.
Left-handers are hitting only .206 off him, but the right-handers have really walloped him. .355. He's given up 6 home runs, 3 to each side of the plate. So Scott Shields in relief. Brian Roberts, Nick Markakis, and Wigginton do up. The Orioles sent 8 to the plate in the 6th inning, coming up with 4 runs on 3 hits. Brian Roberts' first ball hitting to left field. Bobby Abreu's had a busy night, his first game in left this year. And he puts it away for the out. Roberts retired. Went away in the 7th inning. And we remind you to join Nick and Christina Markakis for the Right Side Foundation's 2nd annual 5K run and 1 mile fun walk in Patterson Park, Sunday, August 8th. That's Sunday. Proceeds from the race benefit distressed children throughout Maryland. It starts at 6 p.m. following the day game against the White Sox. Sign up, rightsidefoundation.org or 410-308-1870. Markakis 0 for 3, got robbed of a base hit by his Turris at second base back in the 4th inning. Orioles looking to end a 3-game losing streak and get their win against the Angels in the 2 teams' first meeting of the year. 1 ball, 1 strike count to Nick. Hitting .291 on the season. Scott Shields. The off-speed delivery goes to first base. Howie Kendrick is there. 2 down. Buck Showalter going to get win number 1 in game number 1 in the Orioles uniform.
Yeah, battle of bullpens. That's what it's going to come down to.
And neither bullpen has been particularly effective on the season. The Orioles have done better during the middle part of the year. The Orioles bullpen is ranked 10th in ERA. The Angels is ranked 13th in the league. Ty Wigginton, a big walk in the 6th inning. The only walk surrendered by Bell, the starter, and he would score on Luke Scott's home run. 2 down, nobody on here in the 7th. Wigginton officially 0 for 2. 2-0 delivery to him, and Shields gets it in for a strike, 2-1. And the bullpens will remain active for the rest of this ball game. Gonzalez for the 2nd time. With Guthrie out of the game. Not officially yet, but clearly the decision's already been made. 3 ball, 1 strikeout from Shields. And Wigginton will take that. He's done another walk. Now Shields surrenders a 2-out walk, and here's the scenario with the 6th inning again with Scott coming up.
Except back in the 6th, they had first base open, even though it would have been the potential go-ahead run at the time. So, but he got a low fastball and just smacked it to deep right center field.
Number 19 of the season also has the double. The 2 RBIs coming on the homer. That was Rodriguez who surrendered it. Nick Scott will take it up high.
He can hit some majestic home runs. I don't know if he calls him that, but I can put that tag on him.
They are high and they are far.
It is hot. It is far. John
Sterling.
John Sterling used to actually, he did a radio. He was here in Baltimore. He used to play basketball, left-handed point guard. It's hard to imagine now. You were too. Are we left-handed?
Yes.
Okay. Hard to. John couldn't go to.
Is that hard to imagine?
John, well, no, not for you, but for John, yes, it is.
Oh.
And of course, he's been doing Yankee games for eons, forever.
1 ball, 1 strike delivery on the way to Scott. Ground ball towards short. Force at second base. Taken there by Ibar for the out. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left. 7 innings completed. 5 3-0s.
Insincere. I mean, I think what bothers a lot of players when they don't know what's going on or they don't know what's being said. I'll put them in those meetings, not physically but verbally. Let them know. I think that we all have strengths and weaknesses. Me, you, the players, and being able to attack those things as we go forward. And I think trust in the players and trust in the scouts and trust in the player development people and delegating authority and getting out of the way and let them do their job.
Like Showalter on his style. And here's Michael Gonzalez's style, as we showed you of late. It's been pretty darn good.
Well, the velocity's up. The breaking ball, still working on it. So, again, a meaningful appearance.
He goes to work here in the 8th inning. And the pitch will be taken as the Angels will try and get top of the order on here, get that potential tying run to the plate. Ibar 0 for 3, flied out, grounded out, and struck out.
And again, he's again the 29 infield hits. He'll bunt it. He'll try to get on somewhere.
Shattered the bat on that one down the line. PA over and will make the play. Felix PA has logged some miles in left field in this ballgame.
Well, a couple of hits. Nice, again, another nice route to the ball. Former center fielder. So, again, do you go back? Yep, right to the ball. Of course, the ball does hang up.
Putting on a good show on T-shirt night for Felix PA.
Yeah, well, we should have it every night. That's what it takes.
Whatever works. His Torres batting second, 0 for 2, and he's been hit by a pitch. T-shirts the fans have on tonight, Felix PA. And a ground ball towards short this time as Torres up, got a gun it in the dirt. Oh, nice play! Kai Wigginton!
Well, that's 2 tonight. And again, if you're going to win by a couple of runs, right here, it's going to take, and again, you can see Cesar, he's going to take his time in the sense he wants to get his feet under him, bang, bang play. Saved an error from Josh Bell earlier on, and right here, it's another one. Got to make the plays. It's about your players. Wigginton picks up his shortstop, picked up his third baseman.
Otherwise, the potential tying runs at the plate. Instead, 2 down, nobody on. Here's Abreu. Abreu's grounded out twice to second, and he is flied out. Here and with 2 down, Abreu will take that pitch for a ball. Bobby Abreu, 223 off lefties, 270 off righties. Birkin in the pen. Gonzalez way over on that third base side of the rubber. 1-0 delivery. Abreu saw that one. Center field. Jones not going to have a play. So Abreu indeed gets on, and with 2 outs, runner on in the 8th inning. Time to text in your vote for the AT&T Player of the Game. Luke Scott has had a good one, a double, a home run, accounting for 2 RBIs. For Matt Wieters, big day at the plate, as he had an RBI double, a single, an intentional pass, and has scored a run. And Jeremy Guthrie, 7 innings, 3 runs, 5 hits, no walks, and 2 strikeouts. A tremendous start, looking for his 5th win. Text in your vote, A, B, or C, to 51862. Here's Hunter. How about that pitch?
Nice little breaking ball.
That one, Hunter was not ready for it, and it went all around his bat, everywhere but hitting it.
Happens every spring. Ray Milan. You got to go around the bats if you can.
0-1 delivery to Hunter. Ground ball to short. Got a force at second base. Ace Torres to Roberts. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. We move to the bottom of the 8th. The Orioles on top by 2. Caps, t-shirts, jerseys, collectibles, and more for the whole family, 24/7. Get your gear from the official source, theorioles.com shop. So the Orioles up as Mike Showalter looks to put a W up under his name for the first game managing the O's. Bullpen again. Shields worked an inning and gave up 1 walk. Now as we go to the bottom half of the 8th inning, Michael Cohn on the pitch.
Yeah, again, he came up last Monday, and last year the top Angels rookie, actually this year in spring training, 8 saves, 1.95 ERA, good arm, over the top. Started at Double-A Arkansas this year. Again, 3 saves, 2-2, another low ERA, so another chance to keep the Angels exactly where it is as Adam Jones will come up to hit for the O's.
So Adam Jones, who has gone 0 for 3 in the ballgame, will lead it off here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Kahn, the right-hander, out of the stretch. And inside to him for a ball. Jones, PA, and Wieters due up. You can tell somewhat what the struggle has been for the Angels this season by the number of players that they have used. I mean, they've had injuries like everybody else, but they've had to rotate some people around in the bullpen, even in the lineup, to try and find people who can get the job done. And they're still doing that with 2 months left to go in a pennant race.
Yeah, Scott Kasner, one of their starters, a fatigued arm, a ERA of close to 7 runs a game. He's going to start a rehab. They lost John Lackey. He goes to the Red Sox. Joe Saunders traded for Dan Herron, who we'll see a couple of nights from now.
Third baseman Wood didn't get the job done and lost it, and so they.
Well, that's why they won Cayaspo. Yeah. And again, this is a team 97 wins last year, 100 of the year before, 5 out of the last 6 years, division champs. When you talk about the Angels.
24-year-old right-hander, just 3rd year of pro ball. A couple of years in the minors with only 66 games under his belt prior to this season. Out of South Carolina, selected in the 13th round by the Angels. 3 ball, 1 strikeout to Jones. Jones' pitch will be down low, and he walks the leadoff batter in the 8th inning.
Well, a couple of walks in the 6th, and they both ended up scoring. And again, a very funky windup. But again, deception's real important. Look at Gary Allenson flashing signals with PA. So a lot of options right here. Good speed at first. PA already with a single and a double.
The PA will stand in with that big hole between first and second base. PA hitting at .273. Kahn with Cayaspo in at third base will step off and look over. Orioles would love to get one or more of those tack-on runs here as Gary Allenson goes through the signs at third. This was a game where the manager had to learn the signs, not the players. Short lead at first. Throw over, and he's back, just falling into the bag.
Well, you make a great point about trying to leave that first base hole. I never thought about it till one night in Fort Lauderdale, and Earl Weaver said, you know what, playing the Yankees, Ralph Alker's managing, and Roy White got on, and Mercer was hitting, and I was worried about White stealing bases, which he could. He said, hey, a lot of times they'll give him the hole till you get to 1 out, because you want to give a left-handed hitter try to hit that ball in the hole.
Inside, Napoli's throw. Jones had a pretty good lead off there as Napoli whipped it in, but he was in the foul territory a little bit too far for the tag to be put on.
And again, the perfect pitch to throw on behind the runner. And it really made a lot of sense to me when, what Earl was saying. You could see the snap tag, Adam able to get to the outfield side of the bag.
Wait a minute now. Hold the presses.
It's the only time.
Hold the presses. We're going to repeat that. And that's going to be thrown away. That'll be an error on Kahn, and down to second base goes Jones.
Yeah, I don't think Michaels checked the fact that Adam Jones, even though he did run in Kansas City, doesn't run very much. Only 10 attempts, successful 4 times, and he skips one by Howie Kendrick. And now you don't even have to worry about bunting or whatever. You can just let him, PA, try to get him over to third base, and then we'll see how Mike Scioscia handles with Wieters coming to the plate.
See, now you think we're going to let that go by, but we will put that up on tape,
What,
Earl Weaver made a lot. It made a lot of sense to me what Earl said. You said that.
I did.
Okay.
One time. The first time. I mean, it just made a lot of sense. Well, you got to understand. I came from a background where he was giving us a lecture on the bench one time early. He would come out for early hitting, and we had shagged and all that. And McNally said, Earl, the only thing you know about pitching is it was tough to hit. So you just leave that to us.
That's why I loved you so much. Here's Felix PA, runner on at second base and nobody out. PA's job to get him moved around. He squared the bunt, and he'll take the pitch up high. So PA, who's got pretty good bunting ability here. We haven't seen it a lot because he hasn't played a lot. Only the 29th game. And,
well, again, this is
visit.
What you talked about. Mike Butcher's going to come out and say, hey, they're giving us an out. Let him put the ball in play. There's no force play, so it's not an easy play to defend. But on the other hand, if you're Buck Showalter, can your guys bunt? That's what you want here. And if you're going to make them bunt versus trying to hit the ball the right side, get it down. And it's a good time to do it because of the speed at second base with Adam Jones. It's not like you're trying to, in the old days before the DH, if you tried to bunt Elrod Henricks over, he could run pretty well. That was pretty easy. Andy Etchebarren, a little different story. So you have speed out there, Felix. Just get the ball down and make one of those guys catch the ball for first or third, and you're going to do exactly what your manager wants you to.
A 2-0 count. Cayespo stays in at third base. Does not show bunt. Doesn't mean he won't, because the count's just 2-1. Allenson looking over to the dugout for the sign and relays it on. Cayespo will stay in. Jones will get as big a lead as he can off second base with Ibar behind him. 2-1 strike count. PA waiting. He squares again and he drops it, and it's a good one. Only play at first and close at that. They get the out. A good sacrifice bunt, though, moves Jones over to third.
Well, one of the better nights we've seen for Felix PA. Great plays in left, a double, single, now the sacrifice. Textbook right here. See, and you can see Adam Jones. And just make the pitcher field the ball. Good speed out at second easily. Jones getting to third.
Now the infield is forced to come in. Here in the 8th inning with the Orioles up 5-3. Matt Wieters another RBI chance. He's got one. He's had a single, double, intentional pass, an RBI, and a run scored. And Wieters will take the pitch for a strike. There's Jones down at third base with only one out, as the Orioles try and manufacture one here. A 4-run 6th inning. It's got a 2 RBI homer in it. 2 RBI double by Bell. Wieters the RBI single in the 5th inning. 0-1 delivery. 0-2.
Yeah, a little flat slider that Matt, who's really swung the bat well tonight, just fouls back.
So Matt gets the advantage with that infield drawn in. Boy, Borges, you can tell how fast he is by the way he plays in center. He's played a shallow center all night long.
Well, the danger of that, though, I don't care how good you are. And apparently, from what I'm talking to all the Angel guys, that he's terrific out there. This is such a small ballpark that you run out of room. You can play a step or two deeper in this park and still be able to come in. It's kind of like when Yaz used to play at Fenway. He got so used to playing left field when he played
deep short.
Yeah, he really did there. And then he'd come here and you hit balls over his head. He's playing the same position. That's a little deeper right there.
0-2 count. Abreu and Hunter are also deep. Any fly ball out there will get him in.
There's another ball.
Yeah, that's.
I wouldn't be doing that.
I don't know. Ibar's trying to get the signs from the catcher, and he's not getting them.
Well, again, when your right foot is on the rubber, if you're a right-handed pitcher, you got to step off. You just can't be pointing around because umpires, and all you have to do is one time and you learn your lesson.
Ibar, the shortstop, wants to know what the pitch is to get that first move and relay it to the other infielders. All right, here's the 0-2 delivery, and Wieters will take it outside. A 1-ball, 2-strike count. Jones at third with only one away. The Orioles have had to come back in the ball game after Kendrick got the 2 RBI homer in the 5th inning. They got the lead. Napoli delivered an RBI single in the 7th, accounting for the 3 runs, but Buck Showalter's ball club has battled back. That one down the line. Abreu charging, can't get it, base hit. Throw's going to come all the way into the plate. He missed the cutoff man, and they don't get the out at second base. Not well played at all, and another big hit for Wieters.
Yeah, I think Bobby Abreu thought that Adam Jones at third was going to tag up, but the minute the ball plays, the play is at second base. No way to throw him out at home. Superman can't throw a guy out from that distance. So again, it's just a fly ball right here. Matt says, you know what, this might fall in, and you could see John Shelby saying stay at first, the first base coach for the Orioles, and then on the throw, because he does miss the cutoff, man, he gets into scoring position. So good coaching, good hitting, real good defense.
2 RBIs, 34 in the year. And that one off the fist, shallow center, shortstop back, and a nice catch by Ibar to retire Bell. And Wieters will stay at second base. Couple down on this date in history, August 3rd, 1948. The great Satchel Paige made his major league debut, went 7 innings against the Cleveland Indians. Dave McNally had his 15-game win streak snapped on this date in '69 by the Twins. And in 2004, Albert Pujols became the first player to have 30-plus homers in his first 4 seasons. And he's continued to pile up those kind of numbers since.
Rich Reese, grand slam, left center field in the old park in Minnesota. How McNally was in it.
That one was a swing or get hit.
He might have gotten hit. That's just a cut fastball or great movement right there. Hit him in the arm. Looked like it hit him in the left arm, even though he swung at it. So that negates it.
He's arguing about it. Buck Showalter will make his first appearance. Jerry Lane getting a kind of a kick out of it.
Well, I don't think Jerry and the rest of the know this is his first night out there. And again, this ball just looked like it hits him in the left arm. I don't know if he fouled it off. Definitely a swing.
0-1 delivery to him, and a silo shot coming back near the screen, and it will be over it. Now Waiters out there at second base. Big night for Matt. 2 RBIs, a couple singles, a double. He gave him a single on that, and down to second on the throw.
Well,
to
this point, and what did Buck Showalter say? It's about the players. They have played the game in concert.
Yep.
It's going to be about who comes in to close out the 9th inning.
Here's the 0-2 delivery, and that will miss outside. Rodriguez, the pitcher of record for the Angels, and of course Jeremy Guthrie, who gave up just 3 runs and 5 hits over 7, the pitcher of record for the Orioles. 1 ball, 2 strike delivery to him as Torres, the guy, takes it away. And it goes to 2-2. Simone ready to come on and finish it up. Right now it is a save situation. There's Torres an 0 for 3 in the ballgame. Kahn's delivery to him, and he reaches and fouls it back. There's Gonzalez, who worked in the 8th inning, gave up just a hit. Suppose he could come back out if it's not a save.
Well, Matsui will be the first hitter, so if you want to match up, he's only hitting 180 against lefty. That is an option.
Here's the 2-2 delivery on the way, and that's to the hole, and he's got a base hit. Matt Wieters will be waved home. Hunter up. Here's the throw to the plate. Wieters coming, and he's out. You got to pay a buck to get on that merry-go-round ride. As Hunter made the throw, it was way off the mark, and the home plate umpire, Jerry Lane, did a 360 as he missed the plate. Napoli dove, didn't get him, reached up, threw a body block. You're out! Baseball on Masson is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Go to southwest.com. Grab your bag. It's on. Matt Waiters getting the equipment on after the final out. Couldn't help but smile over there on the bench, and here's why.
Well, strong throw from Hunter, and then the almost tag, and then the crawl, and then the body block, and then the bridge, and then the tackle. And then he gives him, watch there, you missed the end. He kind of hit him on the rear end going, you did exactly what I would have tried to do.
Watch him here. Okay, nice.
There we go.
See you later. Gotta go.
Yep,
Bye-bye.
there we go. That's what we do for a living.
Remember, Hunter hadn't played in right field since '99 and made the throw to Napoli to get the out.
Said it's a lot closer here at Camden Yards than it is center.
Yeah.
And, of course, Gonzalez on now. It's not that Matsui can't hit lefties because he's got 5 home runs, but the average of 180. So this is a smart thing to do here. Not that Buck needs.
Simone is still ready in the bullpen.
Yeah, exactly. But, of course, your job, if you're Mike Gonzalez, is, just make your pitches.
So we go to the 9th inning. Matsui's had an 0 for 3. Cayespo and Kendrick are due up. The Orioles have the 6-3 lead as they did add a run in that 8th inning, getting a run on a couple of hits. And the fastball by Gonzalez inside to Hideki Matsui. Gonzalez gave up a hit in the 8th.
Well, he's trying to get on. And right now, you don't want to go. You have to make him swing the bat here. So, in other words, whatever those last 2 pitches were about, get back into rhythm.
And he does, and gets the chopper down to first, which is a foul ball.
Yeah, Kai Wigginton trying to get to it as soon as he could to try to get it in fair territory.
Close, but not quite. Almost went over the bag.
Yeah, Jeff Datz with the glasses there, the bench coach. And he knows his baseball. You know, Buck Showalter is going to have some interesting conversations with him, especially if they have leads like this.
Showalter's going to hang on to the coaching staff till the season is over and then make decisions on next season. Now they go out and make the decision here. There is the staff gathered round. 2 ball, 2 strike count. Matsui trying to get on. That's how big that run is in the 8th inning. And the leadoff walk by Scott brought home on the RBI by Wieters. Got to get 2 on now to get the potential tying run to the plate. 2-2 delivery in the way, and that's going to be line foul. For the Orioles, you see the schedule in August. These Angels 6th, the White Sox in first place, the Rays there in first place, along with Texas, the Red Sox. September, Yankees, Rays, Red Sox, Jays, and Tigers.
Yeah, 0-12 against the Jays, so got their work cut out. Yeah, the only, and I don't know if it's a respite if you get Felix Hernandez in one of the 3 games, is when the Mariners come in. 20 games against teams that are in first or second place in their respective divisions, and then you, other than the Tigers, as you mentioned, with the injuries, they've kind of fallen out of it in the American League Central to end the season in September.
Yankees have been in first place since June 20 prior to last night's games. And Tampa Bay caught him. That will be foul back. Let's update you on the AT&T Player of the Game voting so far. And close. Got 3 on top here, 42%. You can text in your vote A, B, or C to 51862. The results on the O's Extra postgame show. 2 ball, 2 strike count. Swung out and missed. Gonzalez gets the K.
94. Something he couldn't do in spring training. Didn't have the velocity, didn't have the arm strength, didn't have the breaking ball. Well, this is what they thought they were getting. And a lot of deception, because he steps off, he comes back. But again, at the end of the day, it's always been, can you get the ball up there 93 to 95, and he's been doing that over the last 3-4 occasions.
This is a safe situation for him. He's only got 1 on the year. Cayespo, he's had a single. He has grounded out and flied out. 1 down. We're in the 9th inning. The Orioles on top. Breaking ball, and Cayespo stays away as he falls across the plate but doesn't commit the bat. And a 1 ball, 1 strike count.
And just think, if you're Mike Gonzalez and Buck Showalter first night says, hey, go get him, or at least go get him until I think I got to do something different. Another good breaking ball. And it's not that Dave Tremblay early on didn't say the same thing. He just wasn't capable of doing it.
1 ball, 2 strike count. And grounded towards short is Turris. 2 down.
Well, that's the perfect breaking ball. I mean, you get into Sparky Lyle territory, Ron Guidry, when you get ahead with 2 strikes and then you bury that breaking ball down in the zone.
Well, the decision had already been made. As soon as that out was recorded, Buck Showalter ran out to the mound. So Gonzalez, who had 1 save and 3 chances, will not get an opportunity. Simone will come on to look for the final out. Out of the ball game, the closer's on.
Yeah, and again, just come out. Kendrick already with a home run. Simone, he hit a rocket on Saturday night or Friday night. Gave up the 3-run home run to Alex Gordon. So come in and get another save, and you do it by throwing strikes. And again, just finish your pitches. You can't fall off. Throw the ball through the hitter to the catcher.
Here is Kendrick. Kendrick will take it for a strike. Kendrick came up in the 5th inning and delivered the 2 RBI homer, 9th of the year. It came off Guthrie, but there'd only be 1 more run scored after that. He would get it on a double in the 7th and would cross. Simone comes on and goes ahead of him 0-2. So right away you see a decision by Buck Showalter. Simone's still the closer. He wanted Gonzalez to have the outing and the matchups he wanted, but he wants Simone to feel comfortable as a closer, at least for now. Otherwise, you just leave Gonzalez out and let him finish.
You're right, and I think also, again, if you're Buck Showalter, you got to be pretty happy that Gonzalez came in and threw the ball the way he did. That allows you to do what he did. If he was struggling and didn't have the arm strength that he didn't have early on, you couldn't have done that.
Simone 15 out of 17 and saves, and make it 16 out of 18. This one's in the book for the O's. And Buck Showalter begins his managerial career in the Orioles uniform with an impressive victory over the Angels, a ball game where the Orioles did not make mistakes and executed in just about every situation that they needed to. The final score, the Orioles 6 and the Angels 3 in the first meeting of these 2 teams, and Showalter's first game in charge.